What's today's advent calendar? Hollyberry. Oh, I'm curious as to what this rod is. There's been an update since my last video, but not much new has actually been added. The most notable thing is the advent calendar, which I just went to. I think they are looking to make a bigger Christmas event. I don't see why they wouldn't later on in the month. Other than that, we got to see some rod restats put into the game, one of which I'm not the happiest about. First of which, and I don't have the rod so I'll put up an image, is the Rod of the Eternal King. It got a pretty good buff. It's actually better than Rod of the Depths, I think. I'd say it's definitely worth grinding to level 650 now to get. I'm actually here farming clams because I'm trying to get a second golden sea pearl. You need 2 for the recipe. Now the second restat is not as delightful. They restatted Rod of the Forgotten Fang. Unfortunately, it's not a buff though. They nerfed it. They did make the passive, although it says 5. It dropped it down to 4 catches. But look what they did to the lure speed. This used to be, I think, 45. This rod with Hasty, when it had 45 lure speed, was instant catch. But now, with that 20 lure speed decrease, it's pretty slow. I mean, it's not tragically slow or anything, but compared to other endgame rods, it's slow. The funny thing is, they're already planning on buffing it. But yeah, not a lot of people are happy about that. I need to get my hands on Eternal King though. If what people have been saying is true, then it definitely would be beneficial to get it. I just wish they'd buff Forgotten Fang. I don't see the problem with making it basically no life rod, but with the passive. Sure, it would be overpowered or whatever, but it's the rod for reaching the new max level. I'd say it should be good. Not really a problem with balancing considering barely anybody can even get it. Now, Eternal King is like that as well, but not in the level requirement, although it is level 650, but in its actual recipe. You need 2 of the golden sea pearls, which you get from these clams. So far, in all my fishing, I've not even gotten one. Although I did say I had one, but the golden sea pearl I do have is gifted from a friend. Maybe the Forgotten Fang rod isn't as good because of its materials being really easy to get. All it requires is 4 mythicals, 2 of 2 kinds. They're both really common. They're from the Ancient Isle. And also Lunar Thread, which is pretty easy to get from treasure chests. A lot of people were also worried that no life rod would get nerfed because there were rods at a higher level that were worse. Most of that is just speculation though, and none of the actual developers have said anything along those lines. In addition to the 2 golden sea pearls you need for Eternal King, you also need Infernal Wood from the Roslet volcano right over there. And I fortunately caught one, so it's not as rare as a golden sea pearl. I'm leaving that until later on when I actually get the second golden sea pearl. On the topic of rare stuff, I have yet to get a moonstone. Moonstones, as you can see, are from meteors. They're definitely the rarest by far. I think they've been said to have a 1% or so chance. I and a few other people collectively used 70 meteor totems, which you use to spawn meteors, and we didn't get a single one. I just find it really funny that the last 2 things I need for my bestiary aren't even fish. I've got clever on my rod still, because I'm still XP grinding. I've gotten pretty close, actually. I'm at 17 million player XP. My goal is to get to 30 million. The ×2 XP weekend definitely helped with that grinding. I think I got like 7 million alone from one event. Not much else to say here other than these clams kind of suck and aren't giving me a golden sea pearl. Once I do get the Rod of the Eternal King, I'll likely make a video on that, as well as a video on any updated money grinding methods, because I've been asked that before. That'll be it for now though. Goodbye and good night.